stoked. I'm at the coolest little rest stop here in Ohio, out in the middle of the country. Stopped with about 2 hours left on my drive clock. Take a look at this. There's Vegas. So this is the kind of spot I like. I'm a rest stop guy. That's my preferred over a Love's, a Pilot, any of those. If I've already got my shower, so I got a shower yesterday. I like to get one every day if I can, but to fight truck stops and stuff like that, if I've only been in the truck, haven't had to deal with load securement or anything, I've only been sitting on my ass, I'm okay with every other day. But I'm too damn big to be going much longer than that. A long time ago I decided I can't both be a fat ass and stink, so I bathe as often as possible. So before I forget to add, tell y'all, remember I was mentioning I was hobbling around a few weeks ago? I have a torn meniscus on my left knee that quite possibly may require surgery. So I won't just hobbling around because I'm a little bitch. So the doctor, I got some x-rays when I was on home time, and that's what it was determined. I have a torn meniscus. We just don't know how big the tear is. They have to order the MRI, blah, 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 blah. It has to get approved through insurance, so that'll be fun. I want to talk to y'all about yesterday. And if you're watching these videos because you're interested in getting into the business of truck driving, yesterday was an example of you're not in control of very much out here, even when you've been dispatched to load. So I had to take a load. Well, I was in Richville, Wisconsin yesterday. My dispatcher, and I'm gonna go ahead and leave it, this wasn't his fault. So in case I forget to say it in a minute, I probably will say it, but in case I forget to, it was not his fault. My dispatcher put me on a load going from Milwaukee, Wisconsin to Orlando, Florida. And something like 1,333 mile run, which was nice. So here I go from our Richfield terminal to Milwaukee, which is 26 miles or some shit like that from our terminal. When you take an empty trailer to Miller Coors, you have to go to the empty trailer lot. Okay, your empty trailer lot is where they will go to get a trailer to preload your loaded trailers. Because when you go pick up a load from Miller Coors, it's, well, for us, I've never actually had to be live loaded there, so I can't speak for everybody. I'm sure that somebody is live loaded there, but we are not live loaded. We are drop and hook only. Now y'all know my history with a damn drop and hook. Sometimes them some bitches take longer than live loads or unloads. It gets on my nerves. But they are supposed to be the easiest way. And again, if you're watching these videos, do not let it escape you that I am new at this, okay? So, I mean, suggestions are always welcome, and opinions are equally as accepted, but I am new. So, took the empty to the empty yard. When you go into an empty yard at Miller Coors, you have to go to what's called an open dock so that they can put the bulkheads on, and then you have to park it. Now, sometimes this takes a while because there's people in front of you. There's people also waiting to have the bulkheads loaded, which is just a guy walking onto your truck. There's no forklift involved to put the bulkheads for them to help secure loads whenever they do load your trailer. But you gotta wait sometimes. And there's no pay structure for this. And I'm not one of those, well, I think we should get paid for breathing out here. We should get paid for a lot, but this is a little ridiculous because it does take sometimes up to an hour, depending on how many people you have to wait on. So this did take me about an hour because I had to wait on like 3 or 4 trucks in front of me, and then I had to find a parking spot, and it was difficult because before you go in, they tell you got to slide your tandems all the way back, and to back a trailer up with your tandem slid all the way back is a real bitch. Maybe not for you super truckers out there, but whenever you're trying to park it in a narrow ass parking spot and you got to, so, you know, the option then is to get out real quick, slide your tandems forward, and so no matter what, no matter which route you decide to take, it's going to take you longer to do this. And I still ain't even picked up my load, y'all. This is just me at the damn overflow, I guess, whatever you want to call it, the drop lot for empty trailers. So then I was told I had to write down the parking spot I put it in and then give it to the security guard on my way out. Okay, so I did that. Now I can go across the street to the loaded lot and pick up my load. So I get my load. Well, I talk to the ladies who are always just hateful bitches. I mean, they're just, well, not all of them, but most of the staff that are at the guard shack there are just not the most pleasant of people. And told me right where my stuff was. I went to hook it up, and guess what, y'all? The damn trailer was too high, and I was running out of time on my clock. Find my load, trailer too high. Had to get a yard jockey to help me with my trailer, because the kingpin was shooting right over the fifth wheel. So got that done, went to the front to check out. She checked my load, make sure I didn't steal anything from the back. She put the seal on it. I get about 2 stop signs away, and I look over at my messenger, my Qualcomm, where I got messages open. The message from my dispatcher. It said, "Don't get that load. Customer don't want it."
Self-destruct sequence activated.
Son of a bitch. Well, I'm already gone at this point. They're about halfway back. So I get back, he calls me. I said, "Man, I'm sorry. I didn't see it until it was too late. Pretty much just now have seen the thing." He had sent me 2 follow-up messages, and I didn't see the second one until I got to the Richfield yard. But he tells me, "Well, I don't think they're going to take the load back. I don't think they're going to take it. Because you can't, once you leave with a load, you can't go back in there with a load." Finally, he's able to get up with somebody, and he calls me back and said, "Everything's fine. There's a hurricane coming down south. They don't want the kegs that was going to be in your truck to get too hot while they figure out what they want to do with that beer. So they wanted to keep it in Wisconsin." So it was in Wisconsin, so they were okay with it. All the while now, y'all don't forget, my damn knee was killing me. I was hobbling around. Oh, it was hurting. Some kind of bad it was hurting. So you ain't in control out here. My dispatcher wasn't in control. Customer said, "Never mind." I didn't get the message till it was too late. Couldn't give the load back. I mean, I was out of drive time. I didn't tell you all that. I didn't have but 14 minutes left or something like that when I got back to the Richfield yard. Took me 2 hours, 45 minutes to drive 26 miles round trip and do a drop-in hook. The process was just so slow. And I'm just slow maybe, who knows? I have a leisurely pace, I've been told. But if y'all are thinking about getting into truck driving, it don't make a damn bit of difference if you're doing flatbed, dry van, if you're hauling glass, if you're hauling frac sand in Texas. It don't make a kiss my ass what you're hauling. You ain't in control all the time. And so that was my yesterday. But the new load he put me on has actually got me about the same amount of miles over the course of about the same amount of days, because the other load was due to be delivered on Tuesday. This one's due to be delivered on Tuesday, but it's 2 separate trips I got to take. But that's okay, because one of them is in North Carolina, so I'll be able to spend a few hours doing a 10 hour break at home. Well, not at home, but close to home. So I appreciate y'all supporting me and watching these videos and commenting and sending me emails. It ain't that easy out here all the time. Y'all keep asking me. I've had a bunch of messages about what I think about the Heartland Express buyout and all that other stuff with Millis. I ain't got a whole lot to think about it right now. Nobody has reached out and touched base with us on any changes, and as long as I still feel like a Millis, I'm gonna keep driving like one. A lot of folks, and I'm not blaming anybody that wants to jump ship, because I get it, especially if you've been here for a while and all of a sudden you feel like you just blindsided. But I'm gonna keep driving like the professional I was trained to be, and I'm gonna stay both professional and classy until things start to get a little icky and I don't feel like it's quite home anymore. I don't know one truck driver. I don't know one truck driver at all that does not have an exit strategy or a plan B. So I'll leave you with that. And I've had several Heartland drivers reach out to me and just say, hang in there, BT, it's not that bad over here. And I've been waved to by a few Heartland drivers. I have no intention on being an asshole to anybody. If we're part of the same family, we're part of the same family. Hell, I ain't rude to drivers that ain't in my company. Why the hell would I be rude to somebody whose company just bought out mine? So thank y'all for that. This has been a ramble, like I said in the title. But thanks for sticking around. And until next time, drive on, driver. Y'all stay safe out there.